Once more, let me welcome everyone, our viewers and our listeners all over the world. Face the Nation GH, trending issues and rebuilding Ghana. Let me begin with the odd. I know, sir. I mean, it's leading. It's a top up with what Sam Jonas said. It's a top up of what Sam Jonas said precisely. Statement Sam Jonas issued here about a week or 2 weeks ago. On say, I did him sa na baba BP, and then May Day, welcome me once more make quality or the labor force or the workforce all over the world, especially those in Ghana or more observing. I know say they've contributed so much to public service and even our private service too. But the president of the Republic of Ghana, our statement didn't go too well for him. Some Jonas statement now we issue and it's been I take it trendy be initially in a statement by Kofo be brave attack some Jonah. And some of us were saying that they should focus on the content of the issue, but not the persona or the person in question. Okay? Because for intellectual discourse, that's what you do. You criticize what the person is saying. Then it take a different twist. A certain journalist also came all out to attack Sam Jonah. A notable one, what's his name? The guy at the Metro TV. Oh, good evening, Ghana. What's his name? Paul Adumochi. Paul Adumochi says Sam Jonah should also get ready that they are going into his past. Look, for that response, to Jonah's statement, I think I wasn't expecting that to come from Sam Jonah because look, every individual may or might have something in his or her past that he will not be pleasant, or he will not be happy about if it comes to public. We are a child who's not very violent. We are a child not a trouble. We're sharing a reputation today. In simple, I can find one. The person will not be happy at all. I mean, I am still encouraging people to say, fine, he's a human. He may have his issues. But somehow, how do we assess it practically? Yeah, the last odd video I made, me state it clearly, say, looking at what Sam Jonah is saying, almost a statement to be as who make it not a bearings, our factual bearings, our practical bearings, and our logical bearings are very difficult for people to attack the statement, but rather they will divert their attention to come after the person in question, which should not be the case. And this is what I may encourage you to be as what the man said. Says what is happening in Ghana. Say it true, and I say it true. Is there any culture of silence? Is that what we are experiencing? Go through say anything. So you decided to say under rebuilding Ghana that is what is going to be the topic. Because Chief Kufo himself has also come out as a statement where issued the side of the story in response to what Sam Jonah said. A lot of people did not agree with the statement from ex-President Jacob Kufo. People were thinking, he should have shown a statesmanship instead of or justify on the grounds of partisan level. Look, there has been also another school of thought, and so a bit more argue, look, because Sam Jonah were political ambitions. Therefore, that statement should be attacked from political perspective instead of national perspective. So there are two things near blended. Then over the weekend, during the Bafokoto's lectures, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana also made mention, saying defended the constitution of the country. Okay, in a way, it contradicts with the position of Sam Jonah because Sam Jonah making all this analysis, he was telling us, revisit your constitution because that is the problem of the country. That is the root cause. And then Labor Day, Yamu's a former president who also ran 2020 general election. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. He has also pined this. So under rebuilding Ghana, that's what we'll get into. All right, so let's do this. I said, how an innocent Ghanaian was arrested in Dubai over smuggling of marijuana. Right, I think this drug trafficking. So that means by now, but continuously, some people are still in that business. Everywhere in Ghana, people are talking about suffering, struggling, and survival. I saw that post, you see, it have to do with the hardship of a work, hardship again, they go through, how bad this economy is. That's why most people are, it will get to a point you can't even justify this. I say, fake currency gang busted at national security. Yes, I saw this post. An American-based actor, Michael Blankson, I say, houses in Ghana cost more than Atlanta. Michael Blankson opined. Yes, I read this article. Indeed, it's only in Ghana and I'm say a house can cost almost 2 million USD, 5-bedroom apartment or 5-bedroom house. 4-bedroom maybe say 1.5. Because so generally cheap. Because there's no price control. Into individuals now any determine prices for goods and services, okay? But if there's price control, they are obey to me. Obia and idea no know the price be to so obia and control it. So I know say maybe he has also had a taste of it. Into that man complaining, It's been a while from Bugri now, but I say no matter how good you treat a woman, she will cheat. I don't want to go into these social issues. Another one. See, Nana Agrada makes first appearance in church after repentance. I don't want to follow this story. These kind of issues that have to do with the regulation of churches and some of the religious institutions. I think it is about that time because I take it too long. So the government not take it, I'm making move because I know be brewing in a camera. Because in regards to Nana Agrada issue here, right now you see a lot of fine. There's nothing wrong. So be diverted from one religion to another. Initially, what she was practicing, there was nothing wrong. We're a traditional believer, but the point is, so you see the service, allegedly to do people. That is where the national security should have stepped in, but they failed to. Look, I did impact on a lot of citizens. I feel now more get into it. I also saw this story. You see, Ghana, it seems that the practice of democracy has become a very big thing for us because we are actually struggling to practice it. I'll say 70% of the 2020 WASEC, which is WASSEC candidates, are Nigerians. But Ghana clinched 41188 to their 54, which according to Baumia. Read the report, that's what he was trying to say. Now, I say, or they share even the number of people are Nigerians in the present year, but the performance of Ghanaian students, So I think it's a credit to the government. Okay, be advised. Samson Ayeni goes after publishers about daybreak for defamation. It's one of those things. You see, this issue with Galamsey, may commend the government and who are getting military highly involved. There is nothing wrong with that. But you see, the integrity of the Ghana Armed Forces or GF is very important. But here's the case: it's a government, say government it plays games now no more say they will create forces. Amongst the forces new question and certain government officials will go behind them. Then no more mining, engage in this small scale mining. Then they begin to complain. I see someone what is happening, but it's almost compromise the security agencies in the I will say there's no need to be deployed. But other than that, so they will leave them to work independently. For that being the case, then it means I think they are going to have an answer to this issue. Yes, definitely there will be an answer. You see, GES orders Wesley girls, other schools to allow Muslim students to partake in Ramadan fasting. I think so, Ghana is a secular nation. Because of obeying religion, now school is a certain practice on them. I believe say you more opportunity no more encourage it. I saw this coming from the education minister, Dr. Yaose Educhum. I think it's in the right direction. Race for NDC chairmanship heats up as lawyer Evans Amankwa declares intention. He's welcome on board. From Afia Pokua, I say MPP activists abused me for a week on Facebook over Doomsaw posts. Anyway, I believe that is something in the right direction, but say Gabi fires political leader who blocks dissenting followers on social media. You see, this issue have to do with corruption. And then let me read this from Joe Wise, the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, MP for Bekwai. I say, Ghanaians have become so corrupt, we can't think about agreement without corruption. Joe Wise opined. You see, when I was reading this, prior to that, him said this weekend, not many painful me, now you're talking about the level of corruption. And I was trying to reason with what Odike said. Sasa nyoma we are any Lydia ma ekrono ku ni nyoma ebaye. Nti me kan na musibisan say so but say one say after 22 the any say bibi atwam. And one man somebody discusses that on a private conversation. As more so say you kind of 79 say no ku and then say repeating itself in 80. Because what last week, I know the cancer, the kind of conditions are here in Ghana. No? Even though not only inside here and answer on camp, but even if anything should happen, it's going to be worse than say military taking over the country. He was trying to say it's going to be more like civilian uprising. From Nanado's message for Ghanaian labor force, both public servants and private servants. I'll say, May Day can be a good day when new taxes come into force, fighters to government. That's after President message and almost responding to this. But you see, sometimes you have to be very realistic because the taxes in the one word that the government needs to take it. That is, they can't do without it because they need to sustain it. And I also that was Friday. Someone said finance minister so I could borrow another 4 billion because they need. That's the way they can run the affairs of the country. Because of my nagasano, unless you are in a state of denial, my nagasano niska. My nagasano sikabia any. I think say so more agree with the citizens, or more agree with the government. At least instead of imposing so much, but as they move on maybe more increasing kakra, that will help throughout the 4 years. But say. Almost target a certain amount, we don't impose it within the affairs, it's going to bring more hardship to the people. Because already an existing business in Britain collapse. And why do you even have to tax them when they are struggling? While other countries and so are programming almost stimulus package, almost sustainable businesses. Even they know the COVID has impacted everybody. But yeah, one of them they don't care. They don't care. They will still go ahead and tax them. But the point is that they need to, because government needs care. Chief Imam welcomes the GES directive for Wesley girls to allow Muslim students to fast. Yes. I stated that earlier. I said that was in the right direction because I say respect to amongst religion. According to Baumia, free SHS policy hasn't compromised quality education. You see, this is the problem I have sometimes with political leaders or leadership. Where leader so make a decision, that's a decision a failing, not constantly pursue defend it. The next thing you see is a disaster. We've seen certain high-profile government officials now telling parents and say, "So move to me, no be to your fees now." The government will welcome that. I believe say government, time-wise and financial-wise, the government actually rushed into this policy. Me, that has been my issue from day one, because it's not easy. But they are finding a way to prepare the mindset of the parents. I will not be surprised if moving on, they will tell themselves they should pay the fees. I will not be surprised at all. All right, in a bit, let's end the up on this. According to Nanado, Domlevo wasn't forced out of office. That's a past story. Let's not get into it. Now let's get into this story. I say, and rebuilding Ghana. Yes, just our statement. As I stated earlier on, now they have to do with some Jonah statement. You see, in summary, this is what Excellency John Dramani Mahama said. Okay, I say, on occasion of World Press Freedom Day 2021, I encourage President Nana Akufo-Addo and his close associates to seize the occasion to create an atmosphere that is more tolerant of criticism and devoid of intimidation in order for the media, CSOs, and individuals to freely express themselves and contribute to national discourse. Let's take the politics out of this and let's get into the intent of this. One, as a democratic society, that must be enforced. Because you see, to me, leave the affairs of the country solely in the hands of the political characters. You need the media, you need the civil society organizations like the Manigana, the ASEPA and Co. I know these guys have done they've done so much. And you need certain individuals and so they will voice out, like statement that came from Sam Jonah. But what he is trying to put across in this there's a culture of silence or culture of intimidation, because all back it with what John Dramani Mahama is saying. He's backing with what Sam Jonah said. That is where the politics comes in. Because one, or a politician, any opportunity be available, money be and also capitalize on it. So I could clearly tell say, and all easy here. Because what Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I personally checking for and say, but first, has there been instances government way as show sadiano into or more casado? Let's get into the facts of this. One, sir, creation or sir, vigilante, both political parties are no more beyond this NPP. But how are we very influential? And I think, say, and no, because what's the purpose of creating them for? Nina goes back to your national security. And hot na some Jonah statement, they say, Bimu, Omu just or more attack, no, not rather or more assess statement that man make here. Yeah, see, say too much executive powers are yeah, executive body, no. Okay. The executive even controls the judiciary and controls the legislature practically, which was not supposed to be so. And no, and now some Jonah hint here. See, to be corrected, Sadia now. It will be corrected, Sadia now. The commander in chief will not make the appointment either solely with the executive, the appointment of the IGP, the appointment of the head of the army, head of the air force and the navy. See, giants are in a different arm of the government. And now, same person who appointed us here, back to the house. Nimpono, you're very open. It takes our power and you limited the powers of the executive. Now, sign no more going in an ember. Because look, the national security itself, at one point, they are not working for the country, they are working for the president. So that's why they compromise more ethics, more values, and support a promoting government agenda. You saw what happened in the elections at the and then Opa Ghana, Metro Man become Kobo. Yeah, because or belonging to our current party, MPP party, Obiant Minyan. The same thing, and this is so no so militants and also UBB. That's it. Excessive John One Mama and it's no power. It's the same problem. The problem is, the opposition will just allow it because they're in opposition. When they also get to power, what do we see? But what they are, the reason why I say we break kind of so much, and it's under this government, I don't know AI too much. There are instances, media man, you change in the core BNI. We all saw what happened, the outcome. We saw how this invisible forces, almost BCG court, we saw the outcome, and we saw how they've displayed. To the extent how you compromise a very reputable institution like the GF, the Ghana forces. If you saw me in elections, and go after civilians, and up to we've done with the first quarter of the year, almost 4 months now. Investigations in started here. Meanwhile, this thing happened in December, United States. Time Trump supporters, a BCG, almost Congress, so a BCG Washington. One who says uncle for the federal government that started prosecuting. Some are already in jail. Some are still under investigation. Some are going to court. So that is why we say here is a case executive becomes so strong. Because so to me, because what they did was purposely to benefit him. That is the issue we are talking about. So I think what the man is saying, you see, if you look beyond things make it very strong point here. But because he's coming from a different political line, because of the promoting the agenda. But practically, the question is what is happening in Ghana today. Is there culture of silence or no? Has there been instances which as a government or controlling political atmosphere? Some celebrities say because they know this government is not tolerant. Yes. So you'll pay attention. That's what some of them are going to tell you. Or that's the report coming from some of them. On this note, I'll just leave it here.